Good morning. Let's go get some coffee. It is 7:15 a.m. and it's beautiful outside. I think we have a good chance of making it to Amsterdam today. Looks like we are getting close to docking. There's boats flying by us, going the other direction. You can tell it's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. No clouds, all that sunshine. So excited. We have arrived. They are tying the lines up now. It is so cool to watch that process where they're throwing it out and then they're attaching them to the dock or the pier. Such a beautiful day. It's going to be gorgeous. It's very warm. I'm like too warm in this. But I can see down here where they're starting to get the gangway set up for us. And I see some buses down there. It looks like that might be the terminal building. So that's the back of the ship. And I am on the starboard side, very, very far forward. So you can see, I can actually see the bridge. Right up there. It's super close. This whole process, it's so fascinating. Well, it is true. Third time was the charm. Today, I have finally made it to Amsterdam. Well, almost, not quite, but close. I am about an hour outside of Amsterdam. I have booked a transfer with Norwegian, so they will take me to the city, drop me off, and then I get to explore on my own for the day. I do have some fun things planned, so stay tuned for the rest of this video to see what I get up to. I'm gonna head down to the theater now and meet up for my transfer, get on a bus, and in about an hour should be in Amsterdam. Let's go. Today's outfit is just a white tank top with these super soft cotton pants that I got from Old Navy and my white Barefoot brand sneakers, and then I'm also bringing this long sleeve white shirt just in case it gets cool.
The code starts with I, J, and D, and then there's a 4-digit.
Oh yeah, I looked at that in the book, but
I think Amsterdam is the big heavy hitter. Like,
right on time. Here we go. You have to get that before you get on. €45 to go to Amsterdam. I wonder how much I paid for this. Okay, well that was an ordeal. I missed the announcement where we needed to go through deck 6 in the theater to get a sticker, so I did not get a sticker. But I made it on the bus. So this is a double-decker. I'm on the top deck. Nice view. And they left a map of the city and emergency contact if we need to get in touch with the bus. So we'll take a look at this. We should be on our way soon.
Every corner of every street, which is quite aesthetic, but whatever you need, whatever you would like to do, some recommendations. I would recommend walking there because Amsterdam, everything is walkable and the sun is out, and that never happens here, so you're all in luck.
We are in Central Station and I followed the guide here, so I'm gonna go off on my own here and explore, and then I have a canal tour booked and the Anne Frank House Museum this afternoon. Not a whole lot of time to spend in the city, but I'll make the most of it. Made it to Amsterdam. So I just left the train station. I'm just walking. First thing I need to do is get a bite to eat because I am starving. All I had was coffee and banana bread this morning, so I'm gonna go find something to eat and then be on my way. It's 11:30, so I have about an hour and a half until I go to my canal tour. Such a cool area. There's so many little restaurants and the buildings are so cool looking. Really awesome. So many bicycles too. You have to be super careful. You absolutely will get run over by someone on a bike. Just walking along this little bridge here and try to take a picture of myself, but as you can see, it's really hard to do that, so I feel like I should just ask someone, but I don't want to. You never know if someone's just gonna run off with your phone when you're traveling solo and ask someone to take a picture of you. I'm sure it would be fine. Everyone has a phone these days, but I haven't walked very far so far, but looking for a restaurant or something to get a snack at. Just went to that cute little bagel shop right there, and now I have about 45 minutes or so until I need to meet for my canal tour, so I'm gonna start heading that direction and just see what I see along the way. Coolest house. I read somewhere that they have to pull out hundreds of cars from the canals each year in Amsterdam because there's really no, like you can see, there's no blocking the cars on the streets, and then they just park there and it's easy for them to go in. I am at the meeting place now and we have about 15 minutes until a tour starts, so I'm gonna go find the people here in a second, but I'm just looking at the boats going by. This looks like it's going to be fun. I'm hoping I'll learn some more fun facts about Amsterdam that I don't know because I've just been kind of wandering around. There's a lot that I just don't know about it, so here we go. Okay, I don't know if this is a good thing, but this boat that I think I'm going to be getting on is named Titanic, so that could be bad. Alright, this is our line location, and then we're going to get on the boat over there. Titanic?
Yes.
That's brave.
I'm not sure you're good to go. You have to ask the skipper. Right? Not too fast.
Thank you. Ooh.
Open the road side.
Gouda. If you ask me for Gouda or Gouda, you're getting nothing. If you ask me for Gouda, the best cheese in the Netherlands. Last but not least. So do we have enough Airbnbs? Yes, houseboats. A beautiful houseboat on your right side, that's called the submarine. Why? Because it actually dives, but it doesn't come back up. To your left side, my favorite houseboat. This one reminds me of my girlfriend every time I see it. Curvy on the outside, beautiful on the inside. Named after an American reality star. And everybody guess which one? Carolyn. Kim Kardashian, but I like that as well. Very easy to recognize. Just wave at these people. If they wave back, tourist. If they wave back with one finger, local. Another way is curtains. Like my colleague told you, that most of our curtains are actually open because we don't care about prices. But at the same time, most of these houseboats are actually nowadays completely livable. These are connected to sewage, connected to electricity, connected to water. So these are very luxurious homes. Do you think they're cheap? $500,000 each is a minimum. Free Wi-Fi and breakfast.
11,000 euros a night for the Waldorf Astoria. That's insane.
But Bruce Springsteen, Harry Styles, Taylor Swift, yes, Tay-Tay. When she was here, this canal was full. Just get your cameras ready. After the next bridge on the left side, the 7 bridges in a row. Wow, bridges!
This is the mayor of Amsterdam's house, right here.
Female mayor of Amsterdam. 750 years, guys. What's about time? But at the same time, that building is 17 million euros. Who paid for it? But anybody likes cats? Do we have any cat lovers? It's actually the cat cabinet owned by Bob Meyer. He had a French cat with the name G.P. Morgan, named after the financier. Eventually, when the cat passed away, he said, I'm gonna build a museum for my cats. And that's what he did. He built the first cat cabinet of Amsterdam, completely full of Picasso's, Van Goghs, and Rembrandts, all related to cats.
Well, that was fantastic. I did learn some things. The reason that the houses are so skinny is because they are taxed by the government based on the width of the house, number of windows, and width of the windows. So that was really interesting to learn. I also learned that most people who live in Amsterdam own more than one bike. So they own, I think on average 1.5 bikes, but most people own 2. And that is one for in case it gets lost or they lose track of it after a night out. And then one for fun times. So when they want to go out somewhere more fancy or dressed up or in like the city, I guess. So also I think they pull out lots and lots of bikes from the canal each year using a crane. And they didn't mention anything about cars, but I have read before that cars also go in the canal too. So I just don't know what the number of them are. So I now have to wait, I think I have like 30 minutes until my Anne Frank Museum entrance time starts. So it does look like they are renovating, but this I believe is the entrance to the Anne Frank house. So kind of bummed that they have all this scaffolding up, so I can't really see like the outside of the house, but this is it. So I will go in probably 20 minutes, but I also need to get a magnet, and so I see a shop right here, so I think I might just grab one while I'm in the area. I'm sure everything is more expensive right here because of the vicinity to the Anne Frank house, but whatever. When in Rome. Those are cute, little tulips. Oh, I like those. Yeah, that's cute. I got a magnet and a shot glass for a friend. In, yeah, like 15 minutes I can go in. So, gosh, I'm so glad the weather is nice today. It is beautiful out. That canal tour was so nice. They were basically pouring us hefty pours of wine. I stopped at 2 glasses because it's the middle of the day. And I still have to go back to the ship and have a whole rest of the afternoon on the ship. That's cute. So these are the roads, and for stop walks and stuff, they really just don't stop. So you just have to be careful when you're crossing, not to get in their way. Really busy area here. So these are some of the houseboats they were telling us on the canal boat tour that are used as Airbnbs, and they cost upwards of $1 million, I think, or $500,000. I don't know, something outrageous, and you cannot mortgage them, so it has to be paid in cash. So really, the only people who can own a houseboat in Amsterdam are millionaires, and then they Airbnb them for like $100 or a couple $100 a night. So apparently Amsterdam is known for pancakes. I feel like I should have known this, but I definitely didn't. So that was my bad. I should have gone here or somewhere like this for breakfast instead of a bagel. But was the first thing I saw that looked good, so that's where I stopped, and it was really, really good. I do feel like I should get a stroopwafel though. Someone messaged me on Instagram and recommended a place, so if I have time after this Anne Frank house visit, that is going to be my next thing that I do before I have to go back to the bus. That canal tour was so fun and relaxing, and this nice weather makes me want to do another one. Just another like tour to hear more about the city, because they did give us some information, but I feel like they left out some things. I feel like there's more I want to know and more I could learn, but I just don't think I have time, unfortunately. I hope jaywalking isn't a thing here, because I've been doing a lot of that. Oops. I'm officially in line. I don't think I'm going to be able to take videos or pictures inside, but if so, I will. But I feel like that's probably not a thing. So this might be all I get to show you of the Anne Frank house. So you do have to book tickets like 6 weeks in advance, I think. There's no wait list, there's no sales here. You have to book them in advance. So I did book mine way early, and I recommend you do the same. Make a calendar reminder for when the dates open up that you're going to be here, and then book them online, because you will not be able to book them once you actually get here. This was something I did in advance. Okay, I just got out of the Anne Frank house. It did take a full hour. It was pretty packed in there, of course. Very good experience, very well done, very intense, obviously. I need to reread that book, actually. I read it years and years ago and didn't think to reread it again before coming here, but now I definitely want to reread her diary. So yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend going. If you can get tickets, definitely get tickets, but again, you have to book them 6 weeks in advance, so just like think about it, put it in your calendar, and remind yourself before it happens. What do we have? 45 minutes to get to, less than 45 minutes before I need to be at the bus, and it's a 30-minute walk back to our meeting point, so I'm gonna go ahead and head that direction. Maybe I will have time to stop for a waffle, stroopwafel, but I don't know, we'll see. So on my way back to the bus already. I can't believe it. It went by so fast. All these bikes, so many. Really want to stop in here, but I just don't have time. But that looks delicious. Although, to be honest, I'm more of a cheese person than a sweets person, so all these cheese shops I'm passing are definitely something I want to come back and do when I get a chance to visit Amsterdam again. Man, do I want to go in there. I am cutting it close as it is to get back to the bus in time. Thank goodness for Google Maps and international cell data. Found my way back to Central Station and about to head to the bus. I have about 8 minutes to spare. It's going to take me about 6 to walk there, so right on time. Made it back. Back on board, and the first thing I did was come to Oceans to get some food, because the last time I ate was at like 10:45 this morning, so I am super hungry. They got spinach artichoke dip and then pasta fagioli soup. This was the soup of the day on the menu. I've never had it before, but they said it's vegetarian, so I'm gonna try it. Ooh, it's definitely gotten a little chilly out here. It's windy, but it's quiet. Maybe it'll be warmer in the sun. Could go get my swimsuit on. There's an open hot tub, so I guess I could do that. Hello, hello, I am back to the cabin. I just came back to change real quick and I'm heading out to the pool deck because this weather is too nice not to be outside. It is sunny and yes, it's windy, but it is beautiful. I loved Amsterdam and it definitely was too short of a time to do everything that I wanted to do. There's so many more things to see and try and experience and museums and landmarks, and it just was not enough time to do all of that. So I did get to do the canal tour. That was probably the highlight of my day. The Anne Frank house obviously is depressing, so there's no doubt that it's worth seeing, and I'm glad that I did it. I did, you know, take the time ahead of time to plan out to make sure that I could get tickets in advance, because as I said earlier, you really have to book them the day they go on sale because they sell out. Even our bus tour guide on our drive over said she had never been and she was born and raised in Amsterdam. Pool deck, here I come, let's go. And my chocolate covered strawberries arrived. These are my loyalty perks for being a Norwegian status member. All right, let's go. It is officially 8 o'clock. And the captain just sounded the horn, blew the horn for a long time to signal our departure. So we are heading out to sea, and tomorrow is a sea day, as you can see. See. I am in the hot tub, and it's glorious, and it's still sunny outside. And I was just posting on my Instagram all my pictures from Amsterdam today. So if you're not following me over there or on my Facebook page, go check out both of those at Mare Cruises Solo, because I post real-time updates of my travels, so you can see what I'm up to while I'm actually on the cruise and not afterwards, because these YouTube videos do come out days or weeks, sometimes even longer than that, after I actually get home. So you will not be seeing this in real time if you're watching this on YouTube. Just back to change to head out again around the ship and sit somewhere and relax and listen to some music and read my book. But there's one thing I have observed with this ship, and it's kind of the same thing on all the older ships. They do not creak as much as the newer ships. I don't know what it is. Maybe they've just settled in and, you know, shifted into the right place. We are rocking quite a bit right now, and it's very, very windy outside. So normally with any other cabin, you would hear creaking coming from like the top of the balcony door, or anywhere from the balcony door really, but nothing with this cabin. It is silent. I can hear the waves a little bit through the door, which is fantastic. Sounds like the ocean, which is exactly why I cruise, because I love the sound of the ocean. But whatever it is, this ship is, you know, 25 plus years old. I think the Dawn was built in, I don't know, early 2000s. Maybe it's just I got lucky with my room. Who knows? But just an observation. Other than that, I would say my thoughts so far in the Dawn are that I would not rank it very high on my list of favorite Norwegian ships. And I'm not saying that like to be overly critical. I'm just saying the reality of how this ship is laid out, what it has to offer. It just doesn't compare to some of Norwegian's other ships. So I have been on the Dawn's sister ship, Star. Almost exactly the same. There are some differences though that make the Star a better ship. For one, the Spice H2O area at the back that has, it's adults only, and it has 2 hot tubs back there. Great space with amazing views off the aft of the ship. On this one, the aft area is the kids' playground space that I showed on day 1. Probably not even being used on these long cruises, because I think I've seen maybe 5 or 6 kids on this whole cruise so far. So it's very, very limited. And this is a holiday in the US too. And still like hardly any kids, so I feel like that space just doesn't really get used, so it would be better put to better use by being something different. This ship is laid out funky, I will say that. And then also the fact that the Dawn and the Star are the only 2 ships in Norwegian's smaller ship fleet that do not have an observation lounge. And they do have the Bliss Lounge, which at night is sort of used as the nightclub and the karaoke spot, so it's not really a great lounge space if you're trying to relax and read. It does have lounge seating, but it's not on an upper deck, so there really isn't a great view from there. So that is one of the things I really feel like is missing on this class of ship that just makes Dawn and Star like two of my least favorite ships in Norwegian's fleet. Only other ship that is worse is the Epic, and I might even rank the Epic slightly up, only because it also has a Spice H2O with a swimming pool. The only one that has a swimming pool, and also it's a larger ship, so it has a big pool deck. So anyway, just some thoughts that were just going around in my head this week of what I think about the Dawn so far. There's a good sized casino that I have not stepped foot in other than embarkation day, so that takes up space that's useless to me personally. And two, like on an itinerary this port intensive, that the casino's hardly ever open, so again, it's sort of wasted space to me. I know that not everyone feels that way. Alright, I'm done rambling. It is time to head out and wander around. Now that the shops are open, I don't know if I've shown you the shops yet. I was in here the other night to get a little tiny ship ornament. I will show you that in a second. They have all kinds of branded mugs and tumblers and just knickknacks and things. But I love the colors, like especially this one. I love the color of that. This is the little ship ornament that I got. I collect them. This was my, I think, 13th one. It's hooked on cruising. That's cute. And it's Norwegian brand. Printed t-shirts of the ports that we are visiting. There's Le Havre. And this is the Netherlands one. These are cute. Look at this. That's adorable. They also have these lanyards for your ship card, so it just slides in that slot. It's easy to get in and out. That's cool. In case you forgot sunscreen, they've got sunscreen. And there's the larger size ship model too. And then there's some like necessities, medications and stuff if you left it at home. First aid stuff, just basic stuff. Anything serious, you have to go to the medical center, but they definitely have plenty of extras and some snacks. Another beautiful sunset's coming tonight. It's already like 9:15, so it'll be setting here in probably 20 minutes. I don't know if you can see all those windmills out there. So many of them. I love these little window seats. So cozy. I am back at Oceans for dinner at 11:25 p.m. because I'm really hungry. My 5 o'clock snack was not enough, so I am having some late night dinner, which means I probably won't be getting up early, but that's okay. So let me show you the menu for the late night snacks. So this is all that's available, I think after like 9 or 10 p.m. So it's more of a limited menu. My plan is to get a cheeseburger, but substitute a veggie burger, so we'll see if they can do that. Look at this beautiful veggie burger that I ordered. Yum, 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 yum. Let's hope it tastes good as it looks. And a Hoegaarden, one of my favorite beers. Yum. And that wraps up my day in Amsterdam. I cannot believe that I finally made it after 2 failed attempts with terrible weather, that I got so fortunate and so lucky to make it finally to this amazing city, but to have incredibly beautiful weather on top of that. I am so grateful, so excited, so thrilled to have been able to have this experience. Can't wait to come back and experience more of the city because there's lots of stuff I didn't get to see and do and try. I will be back. I hope you enjoyed this video. It is now 1 o'clock in the morning and I just spent the last hour or so chatting with some Australian friends that I've made on the ship. One of my favorite things about traveling and cruising is getting to meet people from all over the world, especially people who literally live on the entire opposite side of the world as me, and having similar experiences, shared life experiences, and totally different things that we get to talk about. And it's just such a cool, unique thing about travel that you just don't really get to experience at home. Following tomorrow, we will be in Copenhagen, my first time there, and I have lots of fun stuff planned. So if you are interested in continuing this journey with me, hit that subscribe button, follow along for more content. There are quite a few videos left to come in this series. Thank you so much for being here. Happy cruising. I'll see you in the next video. Good night.